All right. So for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Sammy Northland. I mean, I think you all know me. So, um, so my background, just so you guys know, I am an online nutrition and fitness coach. I've been coaching personal training for 7+ years now. I'm also certified as a nutrition coach and also as a corrective exercise specialist. So these patches, this is in addition to what I've already done. But like background for me, I have been dealing with myself a lot of inflammation over the years. And so a lot of what I do is help people to decrease inflammation in their systems, so that they can feel better. They can just begin to function and thrive, rather than just survive. And so, the program that I've been operating in for a long time has been pretty strict. It's been a very strict protocol, and a lot of that came from my own experience and what it took to really like deal with gut issues and all of that kind of stuff. But these patches has been just like eye-opening to me of a new way to be able to help people begin to really decrease the inflammation in their systems without it having to be such an intense protocol. And not just dealing with inflammation, but also just all the other benefits. And we're going to get into those, but I can't even tell you guys how excited I am about these patches. So we'll just keep going here. So who am I? Why should you listen to me? Honestly, it's just life experience and a whole heck of a lot of studying and everything over the years. So I've helped a ton of people with this, dealing with inflammation in their systems, feeling better, getting fit, all of that kind of stuff. And so these patches just really flow just so well into what I already do that it was a natural thing for me. So, I am someone who I practice what I preach. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I haven't done myself, or wouldn't do myself. So, these patches for me, I tried them out first before I started really like, um, just telling everybody about them, because once I started seeing the benefits and hearing about the benefits and seeing the benefits with the people that I love, it was such an easy share for me. So let's just kind of get into it. What we're here to do is talk about what the sticker is, what it is, what it can, how it works, and who does it help? What does it help with? So this stem cell patch is what it's considered, the X39. It's a non-transdermal patch. Okay, so nothing is absorbed through this patch. There is, I've had a lot of questions, as I talk to people about it. Is it FDA approved? Well, the thing is it's not FDA approved because it's not something that you ingest and it's not something that's absorbed. So it cannot be FDA approved. Nothing wrong with that, though. I don't know where your stance is on that, but there's nothing wrong with it not being FDA approved. So patented technology. So it is clinically proven. You cannot have a patent on something, especially a grade A medical patent, if you don't prove that it does what it says it does. So it is safe, it's effective, it's affordable. They've proven that through their clinical studies that in the first day that you wear these, that over 4,000 of your genes are reset back to a younger state. I mean, that's just a pretty cool thing. So the thing is that, let me let one more sit in here, is that as you age, your stem cells go dormant. Okay, so by age 30, 60% of your stem cells are dormant. And by age 60, 90% of them are dormant. So this is a safe and effective way to begin waking those up. And I'm gonna walk through how it does that here pretty soon. But it is considered the stem cell patch because it has been proven clinically to cause a 2100% proliferation rate, which means it's a fast activation and what's the word I'm looking for, Jeff? Um, essentially wakes them up. It's waking up your stem cells. Okay, so it's a 2100% proliferation rate of your own stem cells. So most people, when they think of stem cells, they're thinking of injections. And those stem cells are coming from foreign places. You don't know where they're coming from. And so it's not always the safest, and it's not always effective. And it's also very expensive. So this is a very safe and effective way to begin to activate your own stem cells so that they can start going to work. So some of the facts about these patches, they've been proven to activate healthy stem cells. They've been proven to increase your GHK-Cu copper peptides within your body. They are patented. There's a patent for you if you want to write that down and look it up. We have lots of information, lots of resources that we can show you in regards to the patents and studies, PubMed articles, all of that kind of stuff. So ingredients for these, that's another question that has been asked quite a bit. So there are, not to confuse you, there are 11 different patches. The stem cell patch is the main one. It is the foundation for everything. And every other patch is one that would come alongside and just enhance what it does. But in regards to the patches themselves, they have amino acids, salt, and or sugar, and water that have been formed into a nanocrystal technology in the patch. So none of it is absorbed. What happens, I will talk about in just a minute. Okay. So it is FDA recognized as a general wellness product. It is also a class 1 medical device. So non-transdermal, non-invasive, like, you're not having to worry about injections. It's taking care of waking up your own stem cells without having to have that. So waterproof and showerproof. One second. And then high density medical grade plastic, medical grade hypoallergenic adhesive. So really, honestly, if you're someone who's worried about, the adhesive and having an issue with that, the cool thing about these is you could literally wear it on your clothes. You could put it in your pocket. You're still going to get the benefits of it. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So how does this work? So these patches, and you can read through this. I'm just going to give you guys a brief synopsis that I would, as I'm talking to people, that I would say to them. So really what happens is you wear this patch. I'm going to show you mine really quick. I wear mine on the back of my neck. So what happens is everyone has infrared light within their own body. Okay. So that infrared light, what that does is it reflects off of the patch and then it sends wavelengths back into the body, specific wavelengths that are waking up your GHKCU copper peptides. And then those go to work to wake up your dormant stem cells. Pretty simple. It's pretty amazing, actually. I mean, it sounds simple, but David Schmidt, the one who created these, absolute genius, really. So every one of the patches that we have, they actually will activate a different, whether it's a different amino acid, whether it's a different wavelength being sent back into your body to activate something different. Okay, so a good example of this. So this works through phototherapy. Okay, so a good example of this is like with the sun. So when the sunlight hits your skin, your body is actually signaled to create vitamin D. It's not that you get vitamin D from the sun, it's that it's creating and activating vitamin D to be made within your own body. Okay, does that make sense, you guys? Yeah. So they just very simply use your own infrared light. So like I said, nothing is being absorbed, nothing's being transferred. It's reflecting off of the patch, sending wavelengths back into the body, which then go to work activating your dormant stem cells. Okay. So what does it help with? I think the better question is honestly, what doesn't it help with? Because they have honestly found there's pretty much nothing that they have found that it doesn't help with. So I'm going to give you a big list of them. And this is really, honestly, this just scratches the surface, but these are some of the main things that people are looking for in regards to benefits. So, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, inflammation. It's reducing inflammation pretty darn quickly. Stiff joints and pain, increasing muscle, bone, and density, improved strength and stamina, recovery time. If you're looking for help with recovery time in the gym, it is amazing. Increasing collagen and elastin. People are finding hair growth and thickness is increasing. People who've had no hair for a while are growing it back. It does help with anxiety and aggression, cardiovascular health, neurological health, nerve regeneration, lung tissue repair. I mean, honestly, guys, there's nothing that they haven't found that it doesn't help with. So side effects. Are there side effects? Nothing is being absorbed. Nothing is being transferred. So there's no side effects. Really, honestly, as my dear friend Jeff would say, only good feelings. So, your body is beginning to heal. So that's the only side effect, you guys. Your body is beginning to feel better and heal. So I'm going to go into a little bit of testimonials. So honestly, the reason why I started this, my friend Jeff and Charity are on here. So Jeff introduced me to this, knew that what I was doing online, it would kind of it would pair really well with what I was doing. And so I kind of had looked at it a little bit and talked to my mom a little bit about it. And I'd also just kind of I'd talked to one of my clients about it. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and so I was, just talking to him about the benefits of it and thinking, oh, maybe we should look at this and try it. But my mom called me one day, and she has torn meniscus in both of her knees. So she called me one night and she was in tears because she could barely walk. Her knee was completely swollen up. And so I went ahead and got some, ordered them, got some from Jeff, came over, put one on her. And so between that night when I put it on her and the next morning, her swelling had gone down dramatically. And then by the next morning, her pain had decreased enough that she could actually walk around without the walker, with hardly any pain at all. And some of the other stuff that she's seen, the biggest thing I think, honestly, she's had bladder issues for a long time, bladder incontinence. And so she has gone from having to wear 7 pads a day to 2 pads a day in just a little over 2 months of wearing it. So her bladder health is improved greatly. Memory, my mom's a musician, and one of the things that she said the other day is that she's being able to actually remember song lyrics without having to really dig in and really like look at the chord chart and all of that kind of stuff. It's her memory is improving. So for me, one of the main things that I found, I started actually a week after her. I was doing some squats, knelt down, I squatted down, came back up, and I felt like I had strained a muscle in my groin area. And so next morning it was still hurting me pretty bad. So that morning I went ahead and put a patch on, and by the next day that pain was gone and didn't come back. So other thing for me, I had broken a pinky toe by dropping a 30-pound dumbbell on it 7 weeks before, and it was still incredibly sore. I mean, like to the point that I couldn't put a pair of cowboy boots on. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I tried to put a pair of cowboy boots on that day that I started wearing the patches. It hurt too bad, couldn't walk around in them. So I was like, well, heck no, I'm not wearing these today. So 2 days later, I put them on, and put them on without pain. Was able to walk around in them and actually be able to have no pain walking around in them. So, but I think the biggest thing for me, I did see some improved sleep quality right away, but the biggest thing for me has honestly been in the gym. For me, strength, stamina, recovery, and just energy level, and improved skin. So, I've seen in the last 2 months that I've really been digging in and using these that like honestly, I had somebody ask me the other day, they said, well, do you think that, your improvement is just because you work out and eat well? And I'm like, well, I've been doing that for years. So no, because I can tell the difference between when I started these patches and before, and just the lean muscle and my ability to recover, especially right now. Like Paul, you were asking me about the photo shoot. My workouts are intense right now. And I'm able to do 3 leg days a week and not wake up sore the next morning, which is incredible. And this energy level, once again, has been huge. So I'm going to open it up for Jeff and Charity. So just so you guys know, they are, I would consider them friends and mentors for me and in this company. And so I would just love for you guys to hear a little bit about their testimony as well.
Thank you, Sammy. Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm in Bend, Oregon, and I started wearing patches in September. I had broke my back in 2020. I shattered 3 vertebrae, um, basically exploded 3 discs to where they were not locatable on an MRI. I was at a level 8 pain for the 4.5 years throughout that. I was getting uh, injections into my back, pain injections every 90 days. And I was doing medical massage 3 days a week just to keep my muscles active and to somewhat minimize the pain to a level 8. And a friend of mine called me one day and he said, I think I have something that'll help your back. And I didn't even question it. I was in such bad pain for so long. I'd lost the use of my left leg. I was paralyzed in my left leg for 4.5 years as well, because I'd severed my sciatic nerve. So I was in so much pain and agony. I didn't even question it. I just handed my credit or gave my credit card info over the phone and I said, I don't care what we're ordering, just order it if you think it'll help. So my patches showed up in the mail. I put one on that day. They showed up about 9 o'clock, so I decided to try one that day. Called him midday, he said, take it off at 9 o'clock tonight. That's 12 hours. And let me know how you feel. So I called him at 9 o'clock and I told him, okay, I just took the patch off. Nothing's happened. And he kind of laughed and he said, well, um, it's taken a while for your body to get to where it's at. So you're going to have to give it a while for your body to heal. I said, okay, what do I do? He said, tomorrow morning, wake up, put a patch on. When I woke up on after the first day, I had no pressure pain in my back and it had felt like there was a softball in my lower back. And I thought, placebo effect. It's my mind telling me it worked. Well, I woke up day two with no back pain. 4.5 years at a level 8 pain. Nobody could do anything about it. And in 2 days, my back pain was gone. That wasn't the exciting part. At day seven, I woke up with all the feeling back in my leg that my doctors told me I would never get back because I'd severed my sciatic nerve. And I didn't understand the technology. I was so confused at how that was possible. So I went to my neurologist's office and I said, hey, I think we need to talk. And he said, where's your walker? And I said, I don't need it anymore. And he said, who did surgery on you? And I said, nobody. And he said, how are you walking? And I handed him the little flyer that came in my patches. And I said, this is what I'm wearing. And he looked at the cover up and he said, yeah, come into my office. I want to talk to you about this. And he sat down. The first thing he said is 14 years of education. It's pretty much a lie to me. I can't fix people's backs. I can heal people through what they're going through, but they're going to come see me in a couple of years for another surgery because of what I did. He said, you have the technology in your hands that can literally help people heal their back. He said, it's through the body's own natural process to be able to heal itself. He said, a stem cell can become anything it wants to be. And that's why your back is healed. He said, your pain is gone because your discs are regenerating. He said, your pain is gone because your sciatic nerve is healing, which somehow it's reconnected or regrown. He said, your pain is gone because your vertebrae are healing. He said, that's something that I couldn't do for you. So here I am almost 7 months later. Um, I'm getting I say my hair color because I just shaved my head. I have a full head of hair. I just chose to shave it. Um, but on the sides, I've been gray for years, and I'm starting to get my hair color back. My goatee was white. I'm starting to get dark in it again. This is my second or third prescription on my glasses. I went from a 20/60 vision to 20/30 vision. My eyesight is getting better. My sleep is unbelievable. And I mean, I used to sleep, on a good night of sleep was 8 hours, and I was still tired. I can sleep 5 to 6 hours and I'm ready to go. My energy level's through the roof. I joined a gym. I'm able to work out at the gym. I was never, my doctor said I would never be able to do that again. So just all the little things now that I'm noticing are just phenomenal. And um, it's just a sticker, just a little quarter-size sticker that changed my life. And I'm so glad that I chose to use it. I mean, my wife has a completely different story, and it's pretty cool. I'll let her go.
I've always been a pretty healthy person. I'm not somebody that goes to the doctor. I'm not on any prescription drugs or anything like that. And when the patches came, I thought, oh heck, I'll throw a patch on and just see what happens. Well, after about 5 days, I realized that the pain in my hands from the arthritis from typing and being an office manager for years and years was gone. I used to have to take ibuprofen, used all kinds of essential oils, anything to try and reduce that pain before I went to bed so I could sleep. And that was gone at day 5. I noticed right about the same time that I wasn't getting up 2 and 3 times in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So my sleep was so much better just because I wasn't waking up constantly in the middle of the night and I was able to sleep through the night. Um, my like by 30 days, I used to have big crow's feet on the side of my face and near my eyes, and they're gone. I don't have them at all anymore. What else?
Nails,
Oh,
hair.
my nails and my hair. My hair grows insanely. My fingernails are growing like crazy. I used to like get out of the shower and I would lose a ton of hair every day just from shampooing my hair and then brushing it out. And now it's like I'm losing like 2 or 3 strands, not a handful. So my hair's getting thicker and stronger. My nails are getting thicker and stronger. My face, I used to have acne even as an adult, in 40s, I would have acne, and I have not had an acne issue at all since we started.
So,
Well, and the other thing that's really helped with both of us is the weight loss. I mean, it's just we're not hungry. We used to be hungry all the time. We used to want a snack. We don't snack anymore. I mean, it's easier to stay on a more structured program. And it's, I mean, when we would try to do something healthy, stay on a very healthy diet, we would snack all day. And we don't do that anymore. It's just it's easy to have our meals as we want. And we don't have all the cravings
I would
anymore.
say one other thing that was a huge, huge deal for me is for years and years and years, I have only drank fluids with a straw because I had such bad sensitivity to, cold and hot. And that, and my gums are stronger and my teeth are stronger. And that's all of those little things that I'm talking about has made such a big impact in just the quality of everyday life. And that's stuff that I never even thought about the fact that I was suffering from before we started patching.
mm, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the thing though, is all the little things. I mean, I don't think people realize how much inflammation that they're dealing with. But I have people all the time, oh, I don't deal with inflammation. I'm like, I don't know that there's somebody who doesn't deal with some level of inflammation in their systems because of what we're exposed to and the foods that we eat and all of those kinds of things. And so when you have something that comes in and automatically starts to work on decreasing that inflammation, all those little things start to add up, like all those things that Charity talked about. I know that even for myself, I didn't put this on here, but like, I'm finding even for myself, Jeff mentioned his prescription is changing, like I've already had improvement and just, at the point when I went in, I was only 7 weeks on these patches and I'd already seen an improvement in my vision in one of my eyes. The other one has a cataract. So Jeff says there's a possibility I may have to deal with something on that one, but um, we'll see. We'll see. But it's really amazing the things that are happening for people, all over the place, really. I mean, I just took a couple little like shots of like text and stuff from, other testimonials, but seriously, you would be absolutely amazed. We have Zoom presentations on a regular basis, and I have been blown away every single week by the things that these patches are helping people with. A young lady who had cystic fibrosis and getting back her full lung function, someone who had blood cancer and having that be gone. There's just so many miraculous things that are happening. It's pretty cool. So, um, let's just kind of go into a little bit about how to get started with these. Um, so basically the easiest way to get started is right here at this core package. This is 3 sleeves of the X39 or a combination of any other of the others, but really we like to see people start on the X39. So that's 295. It gets you locked in at the wholesale price for life, but it gets you those 3 sleeves at 98.33 per sleeve. Retail, just so you guys know, is 149.95. So it really makes the most sense to start at this, only because why would you pay full price for something when you can get basically two for one? If you're looking at signing up and you have maybe a spouse who wants to do this with you, the 6 sleeves at X39 is a great place to start. 535, it gets you each of those sleeves at 89.17. The premium over here, if you're wanting to have a whole lot of product, or if you're someone who is a massage therapist or a chiropractor or a doctor or something like that, and you want to be selling this in your office, this is a great place to start for that. Obviously, getting you a better deal at the 87.50 per sleeve. So, for those of you who want to know, just touch base on this really quick. There is a business opportunity involved with this company. It is the fastest growing company in the world and has been awarded the DSN Bravo Growth Award for the second year in a row. It is a 20-year-old company, went from 20 million in 2020 to I have on here 500 million, but it was actually over 500 million in 2024. So if this is something you're interested in hearing more about, just the opportunity, it's an amazing company and they pay very well. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, that is something that we would definitely, I would love to set up a time to talk with you about that, and I can tell you more about that. Okay. But this is the time. I want to open it up to you guys. If you guys have a question, I would love for you guys to go ahead and ask away. Nobody has questions.
So, for Jeff, how long now have you been using the patches?
About 7 months.
7 months, okay. And is this like a one a day, one patch a day type of thing?
Yep. So it's you wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And so the best time to wear it is
Okay.
during the day. Um, so usually you'd put it on in the morning, take it off at night.
Okay.
There's 30 that come in a sleeve. So a sleeve of patches is 30 patches. So you will get, yep, one of those has 30 in
Here,
it. So you get a 30-day supply.
this little guy right here. Little
Got
tiny
it.
thing. Any other questions, you guys? No other questions.
Okay, wait. Oh, good. I figured out the unmute.
Yay, Kelsey.
So hey, so you just wear one patch for 12 hours and then that patch is gone.
Yeah.
You'd like do a new patch the next day?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
and then
And
each
Kelsey,
sleeve is a 30-day supply?
yes. One of these
Okay.
sleeves, a 30-day supply right here. This bad boy.
So the 295 would be basically your first 3 months on the product.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Kelsey, I don't know if you guys have animals. Do you have any dogs?
No, we don't. We have
Fun.
like chickens. We have like farm animals, horses, cows, that kind of thing.
You have horses.
oh,
So just so you know, we do have they have a horse patch actually. So I don't know if if
Really?
any of your horses have
Mm.
any pain at all.
Yeah, we're actually boarding others' horses, but I will pass that along to them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, it's definitely something we can talk about. If you are interested in knowing more about that, we can definitely hop on a call and talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, it's actually very, oh, go ahead, Jeff.
she said that wear them 12 hours and they're done. And I wanted to
Oh,
address that we
right.
actually have mastiffs, and we have an 8-year-old mastiff that had a hard time getting up on the bed. So when we take our patches off, each one of us put it under the dog's collar,
Mhm.
and within about 15, 20 days, the dog literally was jumping back up on the bed without a problem. So
Wow.
there's about 16 hours of efficacy to the X39. And so we use it for 12. There's about 4 hours left. So they get a little bit of it each night. And it is really changing our dog. In fact, even some of the white hair around his muzzle starting to get turned black again. It's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
That is fast.
Yeah,
And
that's
with
why I
the
was asking if you have any
energy,
dogs. What?
if it's giving me like a lot of energy and stuff, do you need to like take it off a good bit before you go to bed?
No,
Or no?
Mm.
Okay.
no, no, it definitely is. I mean, you'll know when it's time to go to bed, you'll be ready to go to bed. So
Mhm.
yeah. Even so they also have, and I not to not to get into all the other patches, they do have an energy enhancer patch as well.
Mhm.
Like I ended up trying it, and it's one of those things where it worked great during the day, but when I was ready to go to bed, I was ready to go to bed. It didn't keep me awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Kay, did you
Hey,
have a
Sammy.
question? Yeah.
I had to step away for a second. Can you go over the pricing again? I missed the pricing.
Yep, I sure can. I can go right back to that if you want. So, the 295 is 3 sleeves of the X39.
That's 90 patches.
So, yep. Yeah, that would be the 3-month supply of that. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And can I ask you a question? Because I have 9 dogs. Do you shave the dogs?
No. I actually my dogs have an adjustable collar. So there's an area where there's two pieces that overlap each other because it has this, you can slide the thing. So I actually put it between those two, and then I just rub it a little bit and it stays in there. So it doesn't have to be on the skin. You can actually wear this, you can put this in your pocket and it'll work just as well.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you can shine a flashlight through a t-shirt and see it. So the light in your body, the infrared light in your body, it's the same thing that the helicopter at 2,000 feet sees when the dude's running from the that robbed the bank running in the woods at night. That's not actually heat that they're seeing. It's infrared light that they're seeing, which produces the heat in our body. So that infrared light can get through your clothing if the helicopter can read it, right? So as long as the patch is somewhere close enough to you in a pocket or something, it'll work.
Awesome. Thank you.
9 dogs, though. You'd have to, you know, rotate between them.
Well, the oldies would get them first.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You just have to get the premium pack.
Right, there you go. Stocked for life, John, for your dogs. Any other questions? I see you there,
Is it
Seth.
is this a subscription that we're signing up for that
So
exceeds 3 months, or is it 295 gets you a 3 month supply, and then you would have to physically go and re-up or resubscribe for the next, or is it one of those you give your credit card and it automatically gets billed every 90 days and the product gets sent to you?
okay.
How does that work?
So normally when we put in your first order for you, we do encourage to start with setting up that auto ship so that you have it, but it is something that you can cancel at any time. So if that's the concern, but yeah, we do like to see it set up on that auto ship only because that way you make sure that you don't run into any lapse. But yes, Jeff,
Okay. You may have said this already, Sammy, but what's the name of the parent company? And where
LifeWave.
is the parent company?
Yeah, so LifeWave is the company.
Lightwave?
LifeWave.
Lifewave. Okay.
LifeWave.
And where are they based out of?
So they're in San Diego, correct?
The home office is in Salt Lake City,
Oh,
Utah.
Salt Lake City, and it's San Diego is the
Manufacturing, manufacturing is in San Diego.
Oh,
okay.
I'm in San Diego this week. No.
They were
Okay.
they were
They're in
actually
Salt Lake.
they were in San Diego and they wanted to get more of a customer service based clientele or employee base, and they figured into the area of people that used to knock on doors daily in the Mormon community and with people that had been in customer service base, since that's where almost all the customer service based companies are now. They moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, and in order to be an employee, you had to have 5 years experience in customer service on the phones with a direct sales type company in order to. So our customer service is top notch.
Excellent. Thank you.
Let me also say that the company is in over 80 countries. It's not just here in the US. It services over 80 countries throughout the world.
Gotcha. Thank
You
you.
know, on that subscription, you can cancel it at any time. So what it does is it does ship monthly, and that is just a reminder because I know sometimes you run out of patches. Um, Maybe because of shipping, maybe because UPS truck got in an accident. Who knows? But if you run out of patches, it sucks because if you go a week without it, you know your sleep goes downhill a little bit because your stem cells starting to go dormant again.
Your energy.
Your energy goes down, and it's literally going back to your body starting to go back to what it was. So all this is doing is helping your body keep those dormant stem cells active daily, and it revitalizes everything it can. Usually it's for every decade you are old, you want to wear the patches for about a month at least. But I don't know anybody that's quit. I mean, I'm 50. I got to 5 months and I was like, I will never stop using these things just for the fact of how I feel. So when I got my first order of 3 months, I made sure my subscription went through so I didn't run out. The other thing is I had friends that wanted to do this, wanted to wear these. So I was able to share 5 patches with them before their order showed up so they could get started that day. So I I probably order way too many patches every month, but we share them with so many people that for us it just makes sense to have extras.
Hmm. Yeah. Does anybody else have any more questions? Shelly, you don't have any questions over there, huh? No. All right. Well, so getting started on this, if this is something that you guys are interested in doing, I have an email that's going to be sent to you very shortly that has an order form on it. So look for that in your email box. What we can do is I give you a couple options in that email. You can either fill it out and send it back to me, or we can just set up a call and take care of putting your first order in that way. But if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. In that email, my phone number is in that email. So any other questions before we let you go?
Thanks so much
Thank
for
you,
all this
Sammy.
information.
Yeah,
Great.
no, thank you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Sammy.
Yeah, it was great having you here.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.